Well, baseball season is underway with the Cardinals and Cubs both kicking off the season this week. While the experts in the major leagues seem to have no trouble swinging for the fence, KHQA's Melissa Shriver is learning that she can have the right way to make all the difference. She's at River City Sports Academy this morning. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Hannah. I had no idea when I played softball in high school that the bat I used had so much to do with the success of your hitting. I'm joined by Mike Giles. He is a coach of a baseball team here in Quincy and also the founder of the River City Dirtbags. Why is a bat, having the right bat for the player, why is that so important?
Well, the first thing you want to make sure what league you're playing, whether you're playing in a competitive league, whether it's U-Trip, AAU, Pony, because different restrictions come with that. What may be legal in one league is not legal in another league. The other thing you want to look at is if you're playing competitive, you want to invest a little bit more money because you're going to be competing against other teams that have really good bats. Wherever you're playing a local league where it's just for fun, you may not want to spend $200 on a bat, and you may go the cheaper route and maybe spend $30 or $40 on the bat.
We were also talking, you said at first, knowing the guidelines for your league. I didn't realize that balls were different for each league in particular. For each youth league, if you used a bat that was not acceptable for a league, you could be disqualified?
Yes, you could be. One of the bats, like the local YMCA league and the local Quincy YMCA or Quincy Park District, they use a level 3 restrictive T-ball, where the more competitive travel teams in coach pitch or machine pitch will use a level 5 restrictive ball, which is a little bit harder, goes a little bit further, and it takes a proper type of bat. This bat here, one of the stamps you have to have for us is a U-Trip 115 stamp. If you do not have that stamp and you hit with it, not only is the player ejected, but the coach is ejected. If another violation happens, then if you're in a tournament, you're kicked out of the tournament, you don't get your money back. So in the local Y leagues and the Park District leagues, you may not have to have that stamp, and other bats may be up to their standards, so you can use those bats.
It's one of those things that I never really realized that you really have to pay attention to. So parents, if you're going to buy a bat this spring, just pay attention to what the guidelines are for your particular league. Now we're going to try to fit Gavin here with the right bat. And a lot of times you said, we were talking before, that a lot of people think that you have to have a bat that goes up to your waist on child, but that's completely wrong, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. One of the things is that's used for your older players that have already started growing. The bat can stand here and you can put your palm on it and hold it there. With a younger kid, they're still growing and maturing, and their arms are going at different rates. So what would happen is this bat would seem to fit what they're talking about waist high for him, but it's a 30-inch bat, and we'll give a short little demonstration here. We'll put this bat down, Gavin. Come here for me, buddy, and hold the bat up like you're getting ready to bat this way. Now, as he starts to swing, what we want him to do is lead with the knob to come through the zone here and then bring the bat head around to hit the ball and transfer all the force into the ball. With this big of a bat, what's going to happen as he swings, he's going to develop what's called an arm bar. How this is a nice L right now, a backwards L. This arm's going to come out, and he's going to have to use his whole body to get it around. He's going to be late on pitches. So you don't necessarily want to go with the old saying that you should be able to put the bat here or waist high for him. What is a good bat for him is a good way to measure is, let's turn around so they can see, is when the bat goes down, put your palm on top of it. You want just a little bend here in the elbow. If the elbow is more bent for, say, this bat, this is a bigger bat, there's more of a bend, the elbow is more out, that's too big for him. He's not going to be able to get the bat around. There's going to be frustration in the kid, there's going to be frustration in the parent because the kid's not able to hit the ball as well as what they thought he would be able to. So one of the main things you want to do is pick the right size bat, and you'd rather err on the side of having a smaller bat than picking one that's too big that the kid can't swing.
It's a good point there. If you don't have the right kind of bat, you could develop bad habits, which could hinder your child's success on the field later in life. Back to you, Hannah.